Most people don't try. They make excuses. They convince themselves that success is reserved for the lucky, the rich, or the gifted. But here's the truth. There is no excuse for not trying. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter if you failed 100 times before. What matters is that you show up, you take action, and you push yourself beyond your limits. I want to share a story with you today. A story about a boy who had no money, no connections, and no clear path to success. That boy was me. Starting from nothing, when I dropped out of college, I had no idea what I was doing with my life. I had no money, no place to stay, and no degree to fall back on. I slept on my friends' floors. I collected Coke bottles to get a few cents for food. I walked 7 miles every Sunday to get one good meal at the Hare Krishna temple. But you know what? I never used any of that as an excuse. I could have said, I'm broke, I can't start a company. I could have said, I don't have a degree, I won't get a job. But I didn't. Because deep down, I believed in something. I believed that if I kept pushing, if I kept learning, if I kept trying, something would happen. And it did. The power of trying, most people quit before they even start. They think they're not smart enough, not talented enough, not connected enough. And because of that belief, they never even try. But let me tell you something. Everything great that has ever been built started with someone who didn't know what they were doing. When Woz and I started Apple in my parents' garage, we had no money. We had no business experience. We were just 2 kids building computers. And guess what? We failed a lot, but we kept going. We kept trying. We kept trying. We made mistakes. We learned from them, and we tried again. That's the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. Persistence. If you don't try, you guarantee failure. If you do try, you give yourself a chance to win. Pushing beyond your limits, some people wait for the perfect moment. They wait until they feel ready. They wait until the risk is gone. But let me tell you something, there is no perfect moment. There is no right time. There is only now. You have to push yourself when you're scared. You have to take action when you're uncertain. You have to move forward when everything in your mind is telling you to stop. When Apple fired me in 1985, I was devastated. I had built the company from nothing, and suddenly I was out, gone, rejected. I could have given up. I could have walked away, but I didn't. I started over. I built an EXT. I built Pixar. And years later, Apple called me back. Because I kept trying, I got a second chance to do something great. If you quit when things get hard, you'll never see what's on the other side of that struggle. Excuses won't build your dream. People say they don't have time. But they waste hours scrolling through their phones. They say they don't have money, but they spend on things they don't need. They say they don't have the skills, but they never take the time to learn. They require you to step into the unknown, to take risks, to fail and try again. You don't need permission to start. You don't need someone to believe in you. You just need to make a decision to try. The clock is ticking. Let me ask you something. If you knew you only had 1 year left to live, would you still wait? Would you still make excuses? Would you still hold yourself back? Because here's the truth. You don't know how much time you have left. Every second you waste is a second you will never get back. Every opportunity you ignore is one you might never see again. If you have an idea, start working on it today. If you have a dream, take the first step now. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop hesitating. Stop looking for someone else to tell you it's okay. You have everything you need right now. In this moment, you just have to start. No more excuses. There is no excuse for not trying. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to wait for the perfect conditions. You just need to show up every single day and give it everything you've got. Because if you don't try, you'll never know what you are capable of. And trust me, you are capable of more than you ever imagined.